So children, as I was saying that in this chapter we have come to know about something related to desert animals and desert life. At the very beginning we have come to know about these darkling beetles who are expert at catching drops of moisture on their legs and then lifting them into the air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. Then we have come to know about this rattlesnake and some of its characteristic features. After that we have read about these mongooses who like to hunt together, and they always keep in connection with each other with some sort of sound, and whenever they see any sort of danger they aware other, or they become alert, not only themselves, they also alert others. So let's resume reading page number 115. Mongooses are famous for being able to kill snakes without getting hurt themselves. So God gifted power or God gifted ability. Their reactions are so fast underlined that they can dodge each time the snake strikes, meaning of dodge is given, move quickly to avoid its enemy. Okay. They continually make a nuisance of themselves until after a while when the snake gets tired, they quickly dive in for the kill, meaning of nuisance, annoyance, disturbance. So the snake, just see, consider first the case of snake. It is what? Somewhat helpless. It cannot see properly. It cannot hear. And this mongoose, it is having all these abilities. And what happens every time the snake tries to strike the mongoose, it just moves to the safe zone, and in this way it continually goes on creating disturbance, nuisance, annoyance, and at the end the snake, it loses all its hope, and at that time it becomes tired, and the mongoose utilizes the opportunity and dives on it to kill. So all the female mongooses have their kitten at about the same time. Very nice thing you underline. For GK knowledge you can just underline this one. They are raised. Shirshendu, just wait better. After I have completed this explanation, I will definitely come to your queries. Okay. Right now what you have asked, mongoose spelling is wrong. Kills by dodging each time. And the snake strikes. So why you have written this one, I really didn't understand, because it is already written in the book. I am right, sir? Are sir, it is already written in the book. What you are writing then? Acha, leave it. So they are raised by the whole group in a den made inside an old termite mound. Termite you have studied in science, a small insects or hollow log. When most of the adults are out looking for food, one or two males stay behind to stand guard until the others return for the night. So see the teamwork. When all the others are out for searching food, at that time one or two males, they stay back to guard the young ones. Okay. Another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. Camels were first domesticated by people many thousands of years ago. In the wild, camels usually live in small groups of up to 30 animals. That if you find wild camels, you will find that they are living in a group, and that group is made up of up to 30 camels. Camels have long, shaggy winter coats. Shaggy meaning untidy, long, thick hair or fur. Untidy, long, thick hair or fur. Winter coats to keep warm, and shorter, tidier. Tidier means which is neat. Tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. A thirsty camel can drink as much as 30 gallons of water. That's about 500 full glasses in just 10 minutes. So see the ability. Within 10 minutes, it can consume 30 gallons of water, which is just like there's 500 full glasses. Normally, however, it gets all the moisture it needs from desert plants and can survive for up to 10 months without drinking any water at all. So it is adapted in such a manner that it can just survive without drinking water for 10 months. And the moisture it requires for its body, It gets it from the desert plants. Come to the next page. There are two different kinds of camel. One known as the dromedary has only a single hump. The other is called the Bactrian camel that has two humps. So we have come to know about two different types of camels. One is this dromedary, which is having only a single hump, and the other is called the Bactrian camel, which is having two humps. So here the picture is given of a Bactrian camel because here we can find two humps. The humps help the animal to survive in the desert by acting as storage containers. So the humps, they act as storage containers. But they don't store water, as many people wrongly believe they are full of fat. So these humps, they don't store water, they are full with fat. This fat nourishes the camels when food is scarce, when food is not got in good amount or required amount at that time. This camel, it gets nourished from this stored fat. If they have nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. There are many other ways in which camels are adapted to desert life. Their mouths are so tough that even the sharp thorn cannot pierce through. So such tough mouth they are having that even the thorns they cannot pierce. So children, we have completed this chapter. If you are having any query, doubt, problem, anything, you just ask me now. Then we will move to this question answer part. So if any query, any doubt, any problem, you can ask. No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay, no doubt. So very good. Let's come to this exercise. Talk to your partner and say whether the following statements are true or false. No animal can survive without water. It's true, because all animals, they need water to survive. Second, deserts are endless sand dunes. False, because we have come to know it can be pebbly also, and during the time of spring we can find them some flowers blooming. Most snakes are harmless. True. Snakes cannot hear, but they can feel vibrations through the ground. True. Camels store water in their humps. False. So the first one true, then false, then true, then true, then false again. Come to the question answers. Now children, again I am saying that there is no need or there is no requirement of writing the question answers now. We will only discuss this question answers, because I don't know whether your exam will be in pen and paper mode or not. If it is in pen and paper, at that time this question answers are required, and if it is not like that, if it is like that our term 1, then MCQ type questions will come, and for that you need to study properly the chapter. Okay. So how do desert animals survive without water? So from it is written that from para number 1 we have to write, but in the para number 1 we can only find about that darkling beetle, which just throws the, let us come to that part. It is having that God-gifted ability that it catches drops of moisture on their legs, then lift them into the air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. Only after about these darkling beetles it is given. Nothing else is given in para number 1. But if this question comes, then I would like to say you that here you have to write about the camels too. About camels you will write that camels, they are adapted in such manner that they can stay alive without drinking water up till 10 months. Up till 10 months. And the moisture which is required for their body, they collect it or they get it from the desert plants. And if they get water at that time, within 10 minutes they can consume 30 gallons of water, as it is written, 30 gallons of water. That means 500 full glasses. Number 2, how do mongooses kill snakes? So we have come to know that mongooses, they are very cunning, they are very intellectual animals, or they are better to say quite cunning they are. And what they do, they are having this ability to dodge each time the snake it strikes, and in this way continually they create some sort of nuisance for the snake, and the snake it becomes tired. At that time, the mongoose jumps on it to kill. So just the discussion part we are completing. If you want to write the answers when the time will come, I will definitely say you to write the answers, and at that time you can easily just, this video is getting recorded, it will get uploaded. You can replay this video and you can hear what's of this discussion we have done. Okay, number 3, how does the hump of the camels help them to survive when there is no water? So the question, it is wrong itself, because this para number 9 we have come to know that these humps of camels, they don't store water, rather they store fat, and when there is a scarcity of food at that time, the fat is used up to nourish the camel's body. So this question you circle it, no need of doing this one. Come to exercise number B, read the words, phrases in the box with your partner, find their meanings in the dictionary. Very easy. Harsh conditions, that means the conditions which are very problematic, quite dangerous, not at all suitable. Then harmless, which cannot cause any sort of danger. Survive, that means just to go on living. Survive means to live. Intruder means a person who is not at all welcome in some place and he or she enters there. Okay, threatened, if somebody scolds you or if somebody says you that I will do some sort of damage to you, or I will hurt you in any way, at that time we feel quite, what happens at that time, we feel quite frightened. That is only threatened. Then predators, the meaning it is given over here, an animal naturally preying on others, and prey means the animal which is killed by carnivorous animals for food. Continually means in a continuous manner, which is not stopping, not getting halted. So these are the meanings which we can, without the dictionary, which we can just search out, we can understand. So let's complete the blanks now. All animals in forests and deserts struggle to survive. Struggle to survive in harsh conditions. In harsh conditions. Though most of the animals are harmless, some are dangerous when threatened. Some are dangerous when threatened. If an intruder is noticed, they attack or bite to save themselves. They struggle continually for food and water. Some animals are called predators. Because they prey on other animals. So I'm repeating once more the blanks you see. First one, survive. Second one, harsh conditions. Third, harmless. Fourth, threatened. Fifth, intruder. Sixth, continually. Seventh, predators. And eighth, prey. Once more the whole para I am reading. All animals in forests and deserts struggle to survive in harsh conditions. Though most of the animals are harmless, some are dangerous when threatened. If an intruder is noticed, they attack or bite to save themselves. They struggle continually for food and water. Some animals are called predators because they prey on other animals. So children, we have completed this chapter, and in our next class we will start the last chapter of this book, which is the Great Banyan Tree, or only Banyan Tree, whatever it is. Let me check it once. The Banyan Tree. If it is not possible for us to start it in our live class, we will start it in our offline video. You will get it in your offline video. So children, if you are having any query or doubt regarding these question answers, you can ask me right now. Okay. No problem, no doubt, very good. Then you write your full name and write present.